y'all, Cece from DC. Regarding my post giving tips on getting into DC government and getting into DC government entry level, a lot of DCHR young girl employees came in my comments. You know, the girls that their auntie and their godmother got them a job in DCHR, and now they believe that they are an HR expert when it comes to all things DC government. And they were in my comments like, no, you can't use a fake address. You can't do this because DC government is hardcore. DC government does check. First thing I'm gonna say, and not humbly, baby girl, I don't care if you've been with DCHR for 10 years, 5 years, 15 years. You do not know more than me when it comes to DCHR. If your name is Bernadette Tolson, if your name is Roscoe Ridley Jr., then maybe you can talk about thinking that you know more about DC government. For you all to try to put out there that DC government is hardcore about background checking, and if you lie about your address or if you lie about anything on your application, they're going to find out. You all know that. Put it in my comments. That's bullshit. Anyone listening to me right now in the DC government knows that it is bullshit. And I'll use a couple of very quick examples. In DC government, we had a fire chief who said he had a PhD from Howard University and he had no college education but was still hired and worked for almost over a year. Howard is right in DC where they can verify. My own mama, Marsha Ridley, from 1970 to 2019 lied about having a DC public schools GED working for DC government, and no one found out, no one said anything. And this is probably the most emotional one for me. My uncle, James Skip Lancaster, come on DC government, worked with you all from 1981 to 2019 and was working for DGS in schools around children and used heroin the way people use Newports. And he was drug tested, but for some reason, you all never did anything about it, and never was he admonished, fired, disciplined the entire time from 1981 to 2019 when he died of a heroin overdose alone in his Southeast Washington, D.C. apartment. So I'm gonna let you guys know firsthand, apply for that DC government job. Use your auntie's address, go to the DC DMV, get a non-driver's ID, and apply for that DC government job. And I'll add one more. If somebody did a Freedom of Information Act request, how many complaints, DCHR, do you have about my favorite person, John Falchacchio, who sexually abused DC government employees for over a decade and you all did nothing? So please stop acting like you are staunch and you're hardcore and no one can slip in and you only hire the finest people in DC government. If you do heroin, if you got a bad background, apply for DC government. They will hire you. Peace, y'all.